somebody cheaps out, and they say, well, I'm not going to pay for 2 of them. And then because of 1, 2, 3, 4, they take 3 and kick 4 out.
That's the average.
That's the tough thing about being 4.
Yeah, I can't make their decisions. I mean,
I know you can. I know. But Don one is available for live remotes.
Yeah.
And for appearances.
And DJing your wedding or prom.
That's right. So if you want to contact him.
I'm just kidding. I've been begging him to get his own DJing service going.
No, hey, I will do it, though.
Now, if you got the equipment, D will do it.
Well, he could sublease from Casio.
Yeah.
So there's that.
When he's at Tiki Bob's, I take his equipment and go.
Right. So that's Blair and Karen sings at churches or events.
You'll speak.
Right. Oh yeah. Sure. Got that all set up now. Wow.
Ryan will do your website.
Right.
All that kind of stuff.
Ryan is wanting to take us some extra website stuff. Speaking of that, Beverly Bendall is having a very special day. Beverly Bendall, how are you? Met to Beverly. She was
Speaking of that.
Well, because it came from Don South.
Yeah.
Who Ryan won't help with his website.
Yeah, that's right. That's how you got it.
That's how I came. That's
okay, got it.
Don South, about to help me out.
Did you call him, by the way?
I did. I took care of it. I've been communicating with Don.
How about this?
It's all clear now.
He emailed Don South back in about the amount of time it took you to steal that cross off my desk.
Sure.
Did it really?
I can't believe Speedy is making more than...
Come over here. No, I mean, just walk over.
Yeah.
You ever been in here before?
Yeah, a couple times.
Okay. You ever been on the show?
A couple times. I can't believe that Speedy is making more than the football players in the Arena League.
It doesn't seem right, does it?
I know it. Those guys are trying to make it up, and Speedy's making more than them.
Can I ask y'all a question?
It's on him. I didn't have anything to do with it.
But can I? Let me just ask.
No, I was just. I'm proud of it.
What have I done? I know. I kind of need to know. I mean, is it just because it's so funny? Is that what it is?
Well, that's all it is.
Okay, because I'll.
Can I not be proud of Speedy?
I'll just look up to him.
Because once again today, I'll sacrifice myself.
You know, I hate to make everybody uncomfortable.
Because I mean, that's not true. What Ryan's saying. Ryan don't even really know. You're just making that up.
Can I say something?
I don't know. I don't know.
Can I say something?
Rick's trying to talk, y'all.
Yeah. But last time I checked, I'm 1.
Okay. I'm sorry. Ryan's trying to get Speedy.
I know. Here's the thing. I've been watching some of this between you two.
What is it?
And I've been watching how and I admit I'm part of it too. I find myself back like we used to be. I'm wanting to prank a lot. But I have to bring up that piece of paper called the Gunnersville Treaty.
Thank you. You're right. You're right.
And that's why we established it. And I can feel it getting that way again. Can't you?
Yeah.
Can't you feel it?
Yeah, I feel it from him.
That's why we had. Remember, the treaty was enacted because it got to a point where you couldn't even go through your day.
Right.
From watching your shoulder and wondering who was
even your hurt shoulder.
I know who was throwing you under the bus,
taking stuff off your desk.
Who had stuff? Who was stealing stuff?
I stay under the bus from Speedy. I mean, hey, here lately.
Wow. Here's what I'm calling.
Don one out from under the bus.
Here's what I'm calling. Those of you that are new to the program, you can check the dictionary. The Gunnersville Treaty.
You know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna stop shielding on D, and I'm gonna let him see what it's like.
We used to prank each other. We used to prank each other all the time. We pranked each other, and to the point in Gunnersville, Alabama, it escalated. I won't go into details, but it did involve. It involved a marriage and a bald eagle, and that's all I'm gonna say. But and at that point, we said, you know what? We're out of control. And you know, we're getting to the point we can't top each other, and we're getting into Crazyville now.
Right.
So we brought out a document, brought everybody in, and we signed a Gunnersville Treaty that we would not prank each other anymore. Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And I'm telling y'all, we're veering into it a little bit. And I'm part of it. And I'm part of it. As a matter of fact, yesterday, with the thing that happened to you in the office, I found myself in there stirring it a little bit, trying to escalate it.
Well, you know what it is,
and that's on me. I shouldn't have been doing it.
You know what it is, and you said it best yourself. I'm the reasons, because how many years? 8 years. I mean, I've got some pretty thick skin over here, and I'll just take it and move on. And everybody knows that, and so they giggle about it.
He never gets mad about anything.
No, that's not.
You know, now.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Little Red Lopez is dead, isn't he?
Well, no, not really.
He's there.
But you know, every now and then Speedy does. I do have to defend myself. You know, I mean, you know, I can only take it for so long.
Right.
You know, that's it.
That's why the treaty was there.
Right.
I'm not saying we've gotten into treaty yet, but I can see us heading there.
Yeah.
Right now it's ribbing.
Yeah.
But ribbing, if it escalates, somebody says, well, I got to take ribbing to another level.
Right.
Somebody's car doesn't need to crank today. That kind of stuff. So I'm just cautioning you.
Thank you. I'm glad Ryan was here to hear this, by the way.
Can I be the voice of reason, be level-headed here?
Yeah.
That's where we're headed.
Yeah. Okay.
You're right. Let's all stand down.
He's good, though. He's a changed person.
He is changed.
Who just brought up the Still Dog stuff?
Can I not be proud of you?
Who just brought up the Still Dog stuff? Who?
Because I'm proud of you.
Who?
I'm proud that you make more than the players.
Ryan, see? Ryan.
He don't even know.
Does he?
He doesn't even know.
I don't know.
Is that fact or fiction?
I don't know.
You don't even know. You're just over there making your little dolphin step out.
We'll be back.
Like to see suit-ups.
877 We Be Big.
I like to suit up against you.
Rick and Bubba.
17 minutes past, Rick and Bubba show. We're back. 877 We Be Big, our number. No, Bubba, he's got the flu today. You know, we talked a good bit on the show, and all of you know, if you're new to the show, you don't. Within this show, let's see, Ryan Greenwood has 3, Speedy has 2, that's 5, Bubba has 2, that's 7. I've got 4, that's 11. And then if you start branching out,
it'd be,
and you get into Prater,
Prater's
got 4, that's 15. Dunaway's got 1, that's 16. Just within the show, people who are here, you know, pretty much every week,
right,
and participate in the show, there's 16 children. You realize that's a lot of children. So there's a lot of children's stories here. I have 4, and you know, the thing about it is you know, that way I've had small children in my 20s, and I've had small children now in my late 30s. And I'm gonna tell you, you're not as smart in your 20s, and you know, but you got a lot more energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I'm about to be 40, and having, you know, little bitty ones it's kind of a handle. I mean, I'm better at it. I can, you know, as far as keeping everything organized. But the thing is, in all my kids, and I don't know what it is. See, there's a certain part you have to deal with. The big argument has always gone: what affects children the most about who they are? Is it environment? Or is it genetics? Of course, it's probably a little bit of both, I believe. But see, the genetic part, you can't do anything about. I mean, there's certain things that your children have in them that make them either a handful or a very, you know, even-keel child. Now, y'all may be surprised. My children have a tendency when they're small to be loud, to be rowdy, and to need, you know, to need a little corralling.
Right.
I've never had a kid where they go, that child is so sweet and quiet, and you know, and so now I'm down to, you know, and as dads, we always find out with our children, whether you want to admit it or not, if you're a sports enthusiast like all of us are, you start looking for athletic ability in your children when they're like 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You do.
Or even like 6 months, you go, hey, did you see that crawl? Did you see him crawling? You know, and you like to exaggerate. You know, that kid right there, I mean, gonna be an athlete. He's crawling when he's, you know, 8 weeks old. You know, and you realize you see how he threw that little car. You know, you exaggerate. It starts out to where your child, which is true, started crawling at 5-6 months.
Yeah.
You know, but before long, you're talking about 6 weeks. You know, once they get older and that kind of stuff. Yeah, matter of fact, crawled right out of his mama. You know, that kind of stuff. So then things strong as an ox. So anyway, you know, Big Love's getting a little bit older, and you know, and you know, still can be a handle. But now there's Taz, the Tazmo, the little one, Blondie, like his mama. You know, he's got the blonde hair and the blue eyes, and he's got, you know, he's got a little bit of dark skin, and you know, he's dark complected and all that. And he's a cute little kid, and you find yourself almost thinking he's like a little cherub. He's like a little angel, because he looks like one. You know what I mean? And he has a tendency to draw you in with his sweetness, and then you're caught off guard when he attacks. You know what I'm talking about? You know, you're just a little bit. Well, he's gotten to this point where, and I don't know if we can still. It's kind of gone away now on TV if you can see it. But I've
big scratch.
I've had a pretty good scratch on me this week.
Your left cheekbone.
Yeah, and since I've been working out and boxing a little bit, I've kind of dug it because I want to tell a story that it happened while I was boxing. You know, you can't really see it now.
Yeah, you can see
right there?
of it. Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably going to scar. But, so that was,
yeah.
So.
Wow, they were in on you tight there.
Yeah, and a lot of people are, you know, wondering, you've been asking, how'd that happen? You know?
The first time, yes. I said, what happened?
And you find yourself wanting to say, well, you know, I was working out at the gym a little bit, and I was doing a little boxing, you know, I got up a little close on the bag, and it got me.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff. But that's not the truth. Taz has got a horrible habit of throwing things. He just likes to throw anything. But he's got like that little sweet voice to where he'll draw you in, and he calls trains, which he's not to Hunter Buss's level yet. Bubba's little boy who got into Thomas big time. You know, we talked about that.
Yeah, right.
But he likes trains, and he calls them woo-woos.
Woo-woos?
Woo-woo.
Gotcha.
So he calls them woo-woos.
Gotcha.
He about to meet mama woo-woo. You know, and that means he wants his woo-woo. You know what I mean? And so,
all right.
And he's, you know...
And he's got to have his woo-woo.
Yeah, and there's two things there's he likes to throw, and he's obsessed with his mother. He needs to know where she is at all times, okay? Doesn't mean he's, you know... So you find yourself trying to keep him at bay when she leaves. Because he'll come up real sweet, and he'll go, what about mommy? And when he says that, he wants to know where his mommy is.
Right.
So if she's left, you keep saying, oh, she's downstairs. Yeah, kind of, and then he'll look around, and you'll say, no, don't look down there, because mommy's got, she's here, but you just can't see her. You know what I mean? He'll look at you, the way my mommy. And I said, well, she's back there in the back, and behind that locked door. You know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You start coming up with, because if he ever knows she's not there,
she's outside.
Then he'll lose it. Well, the other thing is about him throwing things. So he has, and this is happening, and it scares me because there's going to be people that don't know you, that really don't want to be hit in the face by your kid throwing something.
No.
You know, a total stranger doesn't want that. No. You know, and so what it is this is how it happens. Now he'll come up, he say, what about that? They show me a woo woo. I said, hey there, look at that. And he's got, you know, he draws you in. You know, he draws you in with his sweetness. You're like, well, let me get a look at that little fella. Yeah. Oh, it's real. You know, I love him. You know, and it's like, and it's holding it, going, Mom, gosh, man, what's wrong with you? Hey, how about this? Your mama's gone. Yeah. And but you know, it's like.
Can you take him out to eat, or I mean,
well,
is it?
No, you got to be careful. You sit there, and what I've learned though now is he gives you a baby heads up. How about that? You know, I'd like your chicken. You know, and I go, watch out. You know what I mean? Because that means he's chicken. No, and he calls it bok bok. Yeah, about that, about bok bok, and that means I see he's about to hit somebody with chicken. You know, and you wouldn't give him a chicken leg because I mean, that could hurt you. Everybody think they know about bok bok. Wow! You know, right there, take it right there, and the thing is, for his size, he can hurl it. I mean, I'm talking about.
He could have a good arm.
I mean, wow! You know, there's that side of it. You know, he throws stuff and breaks it, and while you're cleaning up, you find yourself going, I tell you what, he threw that about 20 feet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, like that, and you picking up the broken flower pot. And I tell you what, for him to be able to break that pot with a Matchbox car, I had to have something on it. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know. I mean, it's like he gets this, and I wouldn't do it because now my shoulder's not working. But you know, it's like he has it, and it's like, you ever watch like a fast pitch softball pitcher? And you don't really know where the ball came from. You don't know where the ball came from. Right. There's a lot of activity, and also, wham! You know, here comes the ball.
Right.
That's why we call him Taz. It's like, wham! You know, it just comes at you, and his accuracy is incredible.
You always have to go back and look at the instant replay. Right, where did that come from?
Where did that come from? You go, did he shoot that out of his mouth? Where did it come from? And so I don't know what to do with him. You can't take him. I mean, what do you do? I mean, he'll throw and pop somebody with something. You just have to keep things away from him.
Does he throw it in public? He throws things in public.
He'll throw it anywhere. You know, if you put him down and you forget about him, in a minute, this is what it's going to be. Yeah, I tell you what. All right, well, let me have some of those, and I'm going to order a BAM! You know, and you're sitting there, and you go, man, he's done gotten this Happy Meal.
Now, does he enjoy it? Is he smiling at you when he does, after he does it?
I tell you, BAM! You know, and you hear that little voice, but he throws it so much harder than you want. I mean, look what he did in my face.
I know.
How do you keep a kid from throwing stuff? I mean, I know you can tear him up.
You got to let him play with toys. I mean, you can't just take everything away from him.
But how do I, if I'm going to discipline, make him realize that's what we don't want? Because there's a side, I'm hung between the dilemma of, do I stop him from throwing, or do we see how far he can go with it? You know, there's the dad side of me that goes, how far can he throw something? You know, I find myself, you know, sitting there now when he goes, if I touch you, me cha woo woo, and I hear that, I start backing up. Hey, can you hit me right here?
Yeah.
You know what I
mean? Crow hop. Here we go.
Yeah. So should I go through life in a catcher's mask and a glove and just see how far we can go with it? You know what I mean?
Is there toddler baseball? I mean.
Yeah, I mean, can you play at one? I mean, because that T-ball ain't going to help. I want somewhere he can throw it. Hey, could he be possibly about to be the greatest T-ball third baseman ever?
It could be.
So,
You can't stop him.
But the problem is, does he have to announce it? You know, does it have to be somebody hits a little T-ball ground to him? Baseball. Well, yeah. You know what I mean? Is that how it's got to go? Because it builds up. You know what I mean? You know, it's like hit the baseman, wow, and then he just turns it loose. So I want all of you to know, if you're around him, don't let him lure you in with that little sweet little baby talk. If he starts talking about something he's got in his hand, he's about to throw it at you. And he thinks it's funny. He thinks it's great. He thinks that's just a part of a game. Let's see who I can hit. I mean, all I do, I hear his brothers and sisters, they just crying all the time. Bam! Task through, you know, so I'm not sure what to do. I may just dress the whole family in a catcher's outfit. What if we became known as the family that walked around in a catcher's outfit? You look and said, hey,
could you pass me the pepper shaker, please?
Yeah, sure.
Don't let your son get it.
Yeah, we're about to go. You see us all out to eat. We all got masks on, safety glasses. All right, guys, here comes the meal. 33 minutes passed. Hey, look, let me tell you something. Finishing up that story, you don't want him to get at a restaurant and get near the salt and pepper shaker. Boy.
Is it nasty?
Wow.
I bet you.
Yeah.
Salt. I mean, I bet you that. I mean, that hurts.
Well, the thing is he's not. You know, it's so. He lures you in by being so good and so sweet and so talky. You know.
Right.
And just. Yeah, be telling you money to you, woo woo, and now you know whatever the last thing he says. And I keep asking him, if you can say words like that so clear, why can't you say the rest of it clear? You know,
does just plain ducking work, or can he go high low?
No, he pretty much is throwing at an area. So if you'll duck, he can.
You got a chance if you'll duck,
but don't duck too early because he seems to be able to adjust. Wow. Let's go to the phones. 877 We Be Big. Jason's in Jasper. Jason, how you doing?
I'm fine. How you doing, Rick?
Superb.
Great. I was just telling her that I'm going to make the same comment about my little boy that you got. He's about 2.5 now.
Yeah.
And what he'll do is he'll throw anything. What we decided to do is start giving him balls and tell him it's okay to throw balls.
Yeah.
But now he's throwing his Hot Wheels, too, so we're having to spank him for that.
Mm. Well, see, that's the thing. If I come down too hard, will I crush his throwing ability completely?
No,
because when he gets a ball and throws it, but the unfortunate thing is, if you mess up and don't put the baseballs up, you know, and they're out where he can get them, he'll take a regular baseball and you think, well, he's just a little, he's not even 2 years old. He can't throw it far enough to do any damage, and then you look and he's banking it off the entertainment center.
Yeah, you're right.
What if you just you carried around a bunch of balls in your pocket?
But not hard ones. You can get those baseballs that are kind of soft.
Yeah, tennis balls.
Yeah. And I just walk around with those, and people think I have a bad hernia.
One thing I need to give you a heads up on is if you hear poo-poo, and then you see the pull-up drop to the floor,
he'll start.
Be careful.
Wow, I didn't. Well, you don't want him throwing that. It's like going to the gorilla exhibit.
Yeah, it happens.
Okay, thanks, Jason. Have you had any luck with stopping it?
Yeah, so far it's been pretty good. Foam balls, tennis balls.
There you go, Rick.
Like
All right.
There you go.
All right. That's good. All right, let's go to Richard in Wetumpka. Richard, how are you?
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good, buddy.
Hey, get something like a pitchback or something that'll put him back at his way. And I get a small one.
Right.
I mean, I'm talking about let him get him a box of toys and throw it at the pitchback. And if it comes back at him,
right,
see what he reacts to.
Well, there's been a couple times. There's a couple times that his
what if you grabbed it?
That his 4-year-old brother has got even. I mean, he'll clock him if he can.
Yeah, but see, he gets a reaction.
Right, immediate reaction.
Out of somebody.
Do I need to give him a glove so maybe he? We're talking about a phenom. What if it comes back and he starts catching it?
Well, I'm thinking about some glasses, gloves, maybe a mask, and everything when you get the pitch back. But you know.
And that way he throws it and it comes right back and he goes, "Wow, this stuff's pretty. That's not real fun. That stuff coming back at you."
Yeah, and then he gets beamed a couple times with one of them balls. He'll figure out that his toys won't come back as far as the ball will, and he'll like that idea better.
Okay.
And then when the ball hits him in the upside the head, or a soft ball hitting him upside the head, you don't want to hurt him. But.
So it's kind of like the toddler version of when we got caught chewing tobacco.
Oh, yeah.
We had to sit there and chew Red Man until we puked.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
What you got to be careful of that, though, is if you want him to be a pitcher, you don't want him gun shy. You know, when you're on the mound, you throw it, and you've had the hot one back up the middle.
Wow.
I mean, you teach him
what
a
a
lesson.
dilemma
You don't
this is?
throw, but then he's like, I don't ever want to go to the mound.
Look, I'm split down the middle, and over here is the dad who needs to discipline his child and make him behave and not throw things at people.
Right.
Over here is the, wow, man, what an arm. That dad.
Yeah, I've got to see more.
You know, how far can he throw it? You know, you find yourself going, that woman over there that's like, you know, talking at the restaurant real loud, but we can't carry on a conversation. You think you can hit her son? You know, that kind of stuff.
And admit it, you've even thought about putting a radar gun on him.
I have.
I knew you had. I knew it.
Where is it where they throw the rolls? Is it Landry?
Oh,
Lambert's. Yeah, that'd be great. Throw the roll.
Could he be the youngest person ever to throw a Lambert's roll across the room and hit somebody?
You know, come on, throw it, Tad.
The problem is, I tested him a little bit last night with stuffed animals. We were throwing a stuffed elephant, and his catching's not where it needs to be. Now, he can throw.
No, but at Lambert's, you could set him up on a table and just feed him rolls. Just boop.
Just let him throw.
Yeah, that's his strength.
People would think it was cute, and I could maybe dial in how hard he's throwing.
And maybe get a free meal out of it.
Okay.
There you go.
Write that down for the trip to the beach.
Okay. All right, done.
Michelle in Bessemer. How are you, Michelle?
Fine. How are you?
I'm good.
My husband got knocked out by my 2-year-old with a log.
Wow. Wow. Did he pick it up and clunk him with it, or did he throw it?
Well, we were putting the logs in the back of the truck for firewood, and he picked it up and threw it at him.
Wow.
I turned around, and Craig was on the ground.
Well, that's a pretty strong kid.
I had to take him to the emergency room, and they were pretty tickled about it.
Well, let me say, you have trumped me. I'm yet to be knocked out by Taz. Knocked him out with a log.
Mojo down.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, now you've mojoed me.
You get knocked out.
Yeah, that's right. He's knocked out.
How about this? I'm as good as slobbering on the carpet now.
Needless to say, he's been playing golf for the last 2 years.
I bet he has. Thanks, Michelle.
You know, that's quite a story for the emergency room, though, because you kind of want to have a very manly, you know, hey, this is what happened to me. I was out, you know, but what happened? My 2-year-old knocked me out.
Well,
yeah, but wait a minute. But you can still be manly. Here I am on the gurney. Okay.
Yeah.
What happened to you, sir? Well, my 2-year-old, by the way, he's only 2, and the log probably weighed. Picked it up and was able to launch it in the air and hit me in the head. My gosh, I tell you, strong kid. You know, even though you're hurting.
How old is he? Well, he's out in the lobby if you want to go see him.
Yeah, he's out in the lobby.
He's out there in the stroller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jan in Birmingham. Hey, Jan.
Hey, Rick.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Superb.
I'm enjoying the story.
Yes, well.
Been there, done that.
Uh-oh.
So your son was a threat to throw things?
Oh, yeah, everywhere we went. Especially he threw even better out in public.
You know, I hate to say it, he seems to kind of feel the energy of a crowd.
Yeah,
Like
well,
yeah,
you know,
it's almost like, you know, he's at practice at home, but then when we get out in public, it's showtime.
You know who he's getting that from?
It's you.
It's
He gets it from his dad.
He gets it from you.
I think his dream would be to be at the carousel in the middle of the Galleria Mall and hit somebody with something. You know, with people looking from upper decks and everything.
Yeah, but you turn it on, too, when you're in front of folks.
Well, that's true.
I mean...
So what's your son doing now?
well, don't you remember that he's an all-star pitcher? Same age as Blake.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
So,
Of course, now, I had the perfect daughter, just like Brandy.
Yes.
And we took her in public everywhere we went, and she was an angel, and looked like a cherub and acted like an angel. And so then when I had the second child, that everywhere I took in public and expected him to behave in the same manner.
Yeah, they're all different.
I tell you what you got to do. You just got to turn into a catcher.
Yeah,
So we all got really good at catching. We knew, and he didn't ever
Work on
give
your
us a
skills.
warning.
Catcher's mitt.
Yeah.
No, we didn't get warnings. And, you know, my husband's an athlete, and he was really good. He has nice long arms, praise the Lord. And he could catch just about anything Cole could throw before it hit somebody.
Yeah, see, I played first base and played first base on the softball team, so I can handle it if I can get between you and what he's throwing.
Well, that's right. And you just got to get Brandy and Blake and everybody else, you know.
Put their gear on them.
They're
going to have gear.
And before you take
They'll hook them up.
friends in public to a restaurant, just tell them, look,
well, we
be
do,
ready.
and I've also ordered from my brother 6 pair of safety glasses. And,
It couldn't hurt, but now I have to say that I've had to make many apologies in restaurants when Cole has hit, you know, someone across the room. But luckily he's a precious child, and most people would say, oh, that's okay. But,
I
you know, I wouldn't want to be hit in the head.
I know the thing that I get so scared of is when people like see him and want to give him a piece of hard candy or something, and I go, oh, no. Here you go, like that, and then you're just trying to slow motion.
So he'll throw it rather than put it in the mouth?
Oh, yeah, he said, "I'm gonna get candy." Well! So, I always know when people have given us something, you see them over in the corner going.
Well, listen, Rick.
You know what I do? When I see somebody doing that, I thank them. Appreciate that. Thank you for being nice to my kid.
Rick, it's probably a little bit of payback for you.
Go on now.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
A little bit of payback.
Oh, my mother and dad sit back and laugh and go, "Hey, you got your four handles?"
Let's call your dad and see if you ever did that.
Yeah, well, that's you got to understand. I mean, I'm still waiting on the day when they set the woods on fire. So thanks, Jan.
Well, listen, take care and tell Brandy and Blake I said hi. I miss them.
I will. Thanks, Jan.
Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow.
No, too. The son does the same thing.
So let me go to Lisa with a solution. Lisa in Montgomery, how you doing?
Hi there. Monkey grass.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah. I have the ideal solution. I saw it at Toys R Us, and you need to go out and buy it. It's a round foam circular thing that has a net on the back. And actually, when you throw your toy in it, it hits a round circular smaller portion in the back, and flags will pop up to like award the child. That way you won't have to actually teach him not to do it.
What about that? Boy, I don't know. But won't he go out in life thinking? Won't he go out in life though thinking everything? If I can hit it, the flag will shoot up.
Hey, future Braves player.
Okay, so here the parents sitting now are going, "Hey, Rick, who cares if he hurts people? He's going to be good."
Sure.
You know, I know.
They're saying you got talent, they're saying you got to dial in the accuracy. Is what they're saying.
Yeah, you know what I'm getting. I expected more calls of tear his little butt up, and you know what I'm getting. You need to hone in on that. How about people saw Greg Maddox's contract and they're going, "Rick, stay with it. Stay with it, Rick. Suck it up, Rick. Put a mask on."
Gold mine, Rick.
All right. Well, thanks for the help with that. We'll get back 17 minutes to the top. Rick and Bubba Show. Check in with Prater, see what the weekend's going to look like for most of you. You want to check in, see what's happening?
Prater.
And we'll see what it's weekend. People want to know. Should get a little better, I hope, than what we've been through. We'll be back.